This is all part of that huge cache of 250,000 diplomatic cables, and this particular cable actually comes from the State Department, and it was an instruction to all the U.S. embassies and posts around the world for more information to collect a sort of a list of all the various facilities that might be of strategic importance to the United States. So inside this cable is a 2008 list which has dozens of facilities and sites such as telecommunications hubs, sources of minerals and energy, for example, even pharmaceutical companies that produce important vaccines. And it's all put down in a big list. And the reason for this list is a sort of emergency planning for the United States government that in the event of an attack or a natural disaster that these places get extra protection. But Wikileaks released this document. WikiLeaks says in order to show that diplomats basically were doing the work of spies in the various countries. But the State Department says that's not the case. And the State Department further says that it could be damaging information in the wrong hands, that while this is not top secret information, the fact that it is in this big list that shows U.S. interests around the world basically plays into the hands of those who are wanting to attack and target the United States.
Tika, the WikiLeaks website has been coming under increasing attack. How is it responding and able to still stay online?
It has. In fact, it's had to change domain names several times as a result of being kicked out of the one that was hosting its domain name in the United States. It was kicked off the Amazon server, so it had to move to another server, for example, in Sweden. So it's been shuffling around, jumping around the world and trying to defend itself. But now it's also coming under financial pressure. We've actually seen Julian Assange's personal bank account in Switzerland that he opened was now just shut down. And actually WikiLeaks has just put out a response to that, saying that they've lost 100,000 euros in assets as a result of this pressure. I did have a chance to speak with the WikiLeaks spokesperson, Kristen Hrafansson. Here's what he said about the attacks on WikiLeaks.
It is scandalous that a government of a nation that pretends to keep in high ideal of freedom of speech should be in the forefront of this, pressuring companies to terminating the service to us, as Amazon and PayPal. We are coping with that by moving about to new service. It is also interesting to note that this attack on freedom of speech has been causing people to come to our fence, and now there are hundreds of sites mirroring the WikiLeaks site. So people obviously are not agreeing at all with his attempt to shut up WikiLeaks.
He talked there about that mirroring of sites. WikiLeaks has asked all of its supporters to mirror the WikiLeaks site, so it's not just available in one place anymore, but in fact in hundreds of places. And furthermore, WikiLeaks has said that it has put out an insurance file. This is a heavily encrypted file. No one's sure exactly what's in it, but a lot of speculation that it includes all of the raw material that WikiLeaks has, and that if they come under threat and are faced with the possibility of being shut down, they will put out a keyword that will release all of this information to the public.